everyone, today I'm here with another video and this time I'm going to be showing you my priority TBR. So I called it my VIP TBR, and these are 15 books that I'm planning to read within the next 6 months. That's the goal. Let's see if that's going to happen. I might then, in 6 months time, do like a follow-up video to see whether I've read them or not. There are different reasons for why I want to read them, so let's see. In no particular order, the first one on the top of the pile is Vulture by Bex Hogan, which is the third book in a trilogy, hence why it's on the list. Because obviously with trilogies and series, I realised that I shouldn't have long breaks in between, otherwise I start to forget the things that happened or lose interest in the books. In a lot of cases just I forget what happened, so I'd rather this not to happen to this series. But this one is I mentioned it on my channel before. It's like a YA fantasy that is set on the sea and it's just lovely. So yeah, look forward to this one actually. Next one on my list is Midnight Sun by Stephanie Meyer, and that is because I feel like winter or autumn are the best times to read this book. I never was interested in this book, and if you don't know, by the way, it's another Twilight book but from the point of view of Edward. So I think like the first 4 books in the series from Edward's point of view, pretty much, which intrigues me greatly and I would love to read it. But like I said, autumn and winter are the best times to read Twilight, I think, so that's why it's on the list as well. It's massive though, but I'm genuinely curious and I do enjoy vampire books. And the sun just decided to show up. The next one on my list is Frenchman's Creek by Daphne du Maurier. I've been slowly reading Daphne du Maurier's books. I've read My Cousin Rachel, Jamaica Inn and Rebecca by her. So this one is the next on the list, and also this one has been on my TBR for some time, maybe not quite as long as I think. But also my husband gifted this one to me, so that's why it's on my priority TBR, because you will see there are quite a few books on this list that my husband gifted to me and somehow, for whatever reason, I've not read them yet. So I think he keeps asking me, have you read those yet? Have you read those yet? I mean, they were on my wish list, so he didn't choose them himself, but he still gifted them to me, so I think I need to get to those. But this is another, I don't really know what this one is about. I don't really need to know because I just like her writing style and I just enjoy her books anyway. So to me now, at this point, it doesn't really matter what the book is about, so I don't think I even really read the blurb. I'm guessing it's got something to do with the ship. That's all I know. Next one, slightly similar vibe, but not really, is Red Seas Under Red Skies by Scott Lynch, which is the second book in the Gentleman Bastard series, the sequel to The Lies of Locke Lamora, which I read now quite a while ago, probably about a year or so. Never was interested in the second book, but for some reason I was really drawn to this one, kept thinking about it. And again, I feel like autumn and winter are the best times to read this kind of chunky, slow-paced, atmospheric fantasy, which this one is, at least the first one was. So I'm really looking forward to it, and considering it's already been a year or so since I read the first book, I need to really hurry up and read the sequel to it as well. The next book is Shadowborn Academy, which is by G. Bailey and Scarlett Snow. This one is the most recent addition, well, one of my most recent additions to my bookshelf, and the reason why it's on my 6 months TBR thing is because I bought it specifically for my prompt for the Magical Readathon, which is, again, will be down below. It's the one that G created. I mentioned it on my channel before as well. But yeah, so that one is for the prompt, considering my character is the Wilding and I needed to read a book with Fae in it. That is book with dark fae in it, so it's set in an academy, got to do with dark faes. I'm intrigued. Next book is The Glass Woman by Caroline Lee. I love the cover of this one. This one is on the list purely because of how long it's been on my TBR, probably 2, maybe 3 years now. And I have no idea why I haven't read it yet. It genuinely sounds really interesting to me and I'm sure I'm going to really enjoy it, so I have no idea why on earth I haven't read it yet. But this is another historical fiction. It is very similar to like Jane Eyre and Rebecca because it's set on this remote house on an island. No, not on an island. It's set in Iceland. in 17th century, and it's got very similar vibes because there's a new married girl and there are some creepy things happening pretty much. I really like the cover of this one though, it's really pretty. I'm hoping it's focused. Really love the cover. So it is on my TBR. Hopefully I can read it maybe in December. We'll see. Next one is The Shape of Darkness by Laura Purcell. This is the fourth book? Yeah, the fourth book by Laura Purcell. And I've read the previous three. And I've had it for maybe a year or more whenever it came out. I think I pre-ordered that one. So I think it's been around a year. And I really enjoy Laura Purcell's writing, so I feel like I need to get on with her next book because it's just sat there otherwise. And also, again, the time of year is the perfect one to read this gothic historical fiction, in my opinion. And this one is also set in Victorian Bath, and I absolutely love Bath. So it's like close to home as well and everything, and it just sounds amazing to me. And I just look forward to reading another Laura Purcell book. Next one on the list is The Stormcrow by Kaylin Josephson. This one has two reasons why it's on this list. First one, because it has been on my TBR for a very long time. It's been since probably January of 2019. Got it in a very low box as an extra book that they did that year. And also another reason is because it's got Crow on the cover, and again it would be for one of the magical readathon prompts. I can't quite remember at this point which one it is, but it is again for my character building thing, so it needs to be read. Plus it's one of the few fairy lit books that are left on my shelf that I really need to get on with and read. So yeah. Next one is another TBR vet, and that is Once Upon a River by Diane Setterfield. I've read the previous two books by the author and really enjoyed them, especially the 13th Tale. That one is one of my favourite books of all time. And again, I've had this for 2 or 3 years now, and again, no idea why I haven't read it, because it does sound like something I would absolutely enjoy. So I genuinely don't have a clue why I haven't read it. Again, it's another historical fiction that is supposed to be slightly creepy because we are introduced to this little village, and one day somebody brings a dead child to someone, and then their child comes back to life. So it sounds really creepy and cool, and I enjoy the writing style of Diane Setterfield. So I have really high hopes for this one, and I'm hoping to read it sooner rather than later, hence why it's on this TBR. Next two books are rather common set, so I'll start with this one. So it is The Bear and the Nightingale by Katherine. I have already read this one. I probably read it 1 or 2 years ago, and I really enjoyed it. But the reason why I need to reread it, because I also have Girl in the Tower by Katherine Arden, which is the second book. Yeah, I know they don't really match, but oh well. This one actually was gifted to me by my husband again, so that's the second reason why it's on the list as well. But also for me, in order to read this one, I need to reread this one because I've forgotten so many different details. And I feel like these books again are perfect for winter season. That's how I was sort of putting it off. But now it's the winter season kind of coming, so I better reread this one and then carry on with this one, and then find the third one in the series and finally finish off the trilogy. These books, I think you can call them as like historical fantasy. I'm getting seriously dry throat when I'm speaking to the camera. I don't know what it is today. But yeah, so this is historical fantasy, and it's a lot to do with Slavic folklore and everything, and I really enjoyed the first book, especially the writing style was so beautiful and mesmerizing. The atmosphere was just on top. So I really need to get on with rereading the first one and reading the second one. Very similarly though, there are 2 other books on the list. So the first one we've got is The Beautiful by Renée Ahdieh, which is, again, I've read this book and I read it a while ago. Really enjoyed it. It's a YA fantasy, historical fantasy as well, actually. It's got to do with vampires. So the reason why I need to reread this one is because I've got the sequel, The Damned, which I started a very long time ago, and for some reason I don't think I could get into it, and then I put it down, started reading something else, and then this one just sort of got forgotten. but I really enjoyed the first book. Really enjoyed it, but again I needed to reread this one to come back to this one. And I've also pre-ordered the third book in the series, which is coming out I think in January, so I better be prepared for when it actually comes out so that I can read that one at some point. But yeah, I've really enjoyed the first one, just need to also read the second one. Then we've got probably another historical fantasy, but that is Spinning Silver. Oh, sunny. Spinning Silver by Naomi Novik, which is another book that was gifted to me by my husband, and this one is a like female version of Rumpelstiltskin retelling, and again it's got Slavic vibes in this one from what I've heard. This copy is also signed. He did get it for me signed, which I am really grateful for. So there's the signature. So yeah, I absolutely love the cover of this one. Again, I'm so sorry for the sun that decided to show up. But yeah, that's all I pretty much know about it. I am really excited, but again, I was waiting for winter to come to read this book, because otherwise it would be out of the atmosphere, if you know what I mean. So yeah, this one is on the list, and I'm definitely going to get to it this winter, hopefully. And then the last book is The Shadows Between Us by Tricia Levenseller, which is another book that was gifted to me by my husband. Also, Tricia Levenseller is the author of The Daughter of the Pirate King and The Daughter of the Siren Queen, which is a duology, which I listened to as an audiobook a while ago and absolutely loved that duology. So I'm hoping that I'm going to really enjoy this one as well. Really like the cover of this one as well. I don't really know a lot about this one. It's another YA fantasy with a kick-ass, badass female character. So I'm really looking forward to it. I think there could be like a hate to love relationship in here. I could be wrong. But nonetheless, I'm excited and I do need to get on with it. So yeah, these are the 15 books that are on my priority or VIP TBR, which I'm really excited for. I might just put them on one specific shelf so that I know where to go when I'm slightly stuck of what to choose next, or something else that's just always there in front of me, but we'll see. So yeah, please let me know in the comments what is on your VIP TBR, what you would like to get to within the next 6 months. But apart from that, if you like this video, please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye!